Hi guys, my name's Victoria and this is my friend Max. And we are going to be talking about postpartum depression. Okay, we're going to name the top 5 postpartum depressions that the doctors say what are the signals.
So the first one's mood swings, then it's crying, feeling overwhelmed, anxiety, and
Irritability. So that's what they tell you when you go to the doctor. So you're just like, okay, yeah, like you're not, I don't know, I didn't take it serious because I
wasn't expecting it.
Have you, anybody in your family had it? Like,
my mom,
they told you?
My mom had it.
She was honest with you about it?
My mom had it. She had it with me and my brother. And she said that she'd have, like, really bad thoughts, and she was always very overwhelmed and just frustrated, and she said it started to pass, but the thing was I had reflux. So,
so did I.
Just like my daughter.
My mom told me I had a reflux. That's a reflex also, and I was colicky. I was always screaming. So if that's maybe it goes from generation, but
it just might.
But see, I didn't. Nobody in my family, everybody who in my family did said all they told me about was the birth is bad, which is true. It's horrible. I mean, it's really bad, but like. It's only one day of pain, but that's all they ever warned me about. They never warned me about postpartum depression, and my mom just told me
recovery. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the recovery is really bad. But it gets better. It gets better.
It does.
But I just wish people would told me, or if people were more honest about it with me, because they make babies. Babies are a blessing. They are, but they make them sound like they're perfect. And it's easy, and it's not. It's really not. So we're here to just to give you some, I don't know, like honest opinions about it, instead of just like sugarcoating it. And
at least our experience with it.
Yeah, because I mean, you could have a kid and they're freaking amazing, and they're just a blessing and awesome for you. But we're just.
I mean, it was a blessing, but it was. It's very, very, very hard. Sweet. Yeah, extremely.
So my story of it, how it happened was, as soon as she came out of me, like it was the second she came out of me, I started immediately crying. And I get that you feel overwhelmed as soon as you have a baby because you're excited, you have her in your arms, but it wasn't that type of excitement. Like I wasn't happy. I felt miserable, and I felt like something got ripped out of me, and it was mine. And I know she's in my arms now. I know it probably doesn't make any sense, but like I just felt so overwhelmed, and that's the day it started. Like, I was just crying. The doctors kept on coming up to me and saying, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm not okay." And they're like, "Oh, are you?" Like, they kept asking weird questions, and I just didn't want them talking to me at the moment. So, whatever. That happened, and then I was hoping the next morning when I woke up, that I would feel better. But during the night, I was crying more. I just noticed I was crying for really dumb things, like, I don't like but see, I have with my diet also, like I can't eat what I want, so I was also hungry. I was like frustrated because I can't order whatever I want because I'm allergic to like basically everything. So I was getting frustrated because I was hungry and I couldn't eat, and I had to breastfeed her, and then the nurse would come in like every 2 hours. So like that 3 days,
you had no privacy. That's
no privacy whatsoever.
When you give birth, you really have no privacy, and that's one of the most important things too.
No, but I think maybe it was because we were breastfeeding. I think if you bottle feed, they don't bother you as much. Then when you're breastfeeding, they have a nurse come in like every 2 or 3 hours,
touching your breasts and doing a whole bunch of stuff, and it's just uncomfortable. The whole entire process, like at least in a hospital, it's very uncomfortable. So
I thought, like, okay, when I leave the hospital, I'm going to get sleep. Because I swear to you, I did not sleep. I was there for 3 days, and I did not sleep at all. Like, it was horrible. Because I think I had, like, a massive headache from, like, not getting any sleep. Because they were coming every 2 3. How are you supposed to sleep when you're coming in every 2 to 3 hours? And it's like, once you start to get to fall asleep, the baby wakes up, you put her back to sleep. And then you go back to sleep, the nurse comes in to check you. And it's like... So I was like, okay, whatever. I dealt with that. I got home, and I was still sad. I was still crying. I was crying. The first night, if my husband said this, if I say this to my husband, he'll start cracking up. Because it was funny. Like, now that I think about it, it was hilarious. The first night I came home, and it was the like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So I came and I made papas. I made potatoes, like cut up potatoes, baked them in the oven, took them out, and I was trying to put them on the plate, and the whole thing fell on the floor.
You started crying.
I started crying. It was so bad. Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
I know my husband was laughing.
Yo,
like,
it's bad. It's bad.
he wasn't laughing that day because he knew I was. But like when we talked about it like a month ago, and he was like cracking up.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is funny. Like I'm laughing about it now.
It's funny now, but
Yeah.
like at that moment, it was like my potato.
Like I was starving, and now I have to bake it again. Oh, that was so bad. But yeah, so that was the first day. My potatoes fell on the floor, but. So I left my mom. See, my mom, she's at home. She has disability, so she doesn't work or anything. She was able to stay with me. Thank God, like seriously, because she wasn't there. I don't know. Oh my, ugh. The first 2 weeks, I was crying. I think every single day, I cried at least 4 times a day. I was hearing Olivia cry when I was trying to sleep. I had to wake up every 2 hours because she had underneath her tongue, it was like, I forgot what that's called. It's like
extra piece of skin or something.
Yeah. Okay, so she was supposed to get surgery, but they scheduled it for 2 weeks after. So I wasn't able to breastfeed her because she wasn't latching on because of that extra skin. So I had to pump every 2 hours.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't put that in your mouth. Okay. She's putting keys in.
Oh. I was pumping every 2 hours. So I had to wake up every 2 hours to give Olivia milk so I could make sure she's drinking enough milk because I wanted to breastfeed her. That was like my whole plan.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't work out because after the week, my milk wasn't coming in still because I wasn't eating enough. So yeah, so that happened. Yeah, that's my story but anyways, 3 weeks later, the postpartum depression stopped for me. Like I was no longer crying. Like it literally took 3 weeks. And I wasn't hearing her cry when I was trying to fall asleep. I also used formula. I stopped breastfeeding just because nothing was coming out. Like I was getting like an ounce or 2. So that happened, and after that, like after a month, which sucks because I didn't get to enjoy her, I was fine after. Like it was okay. Having a baby was great. So that's the experience I wanted to tell you about my side. So now she's gonna tell you her story.
So my birth experience was not bad at the hospital. It all kind of just started when I got home. So, I really don't know where to start. I just felt extremely overwhelmed. My anxiety was through the roof. My daughter was born with reflux, so she wouldn't want to eat nothing. Tried breastfeeding her. I only breastfed her for 2 months, and then I had to switch to formula, and she wasn't happy with anything. So she was basically in failure to thrive. So she wasn't gaining weight at all. So she's 11 months, but throughout the whole entire first year, I'm gonna say, I lived in the hospital with her. There was no such thing as sleep. There was times that I didn't eat. I didn't cry, but I was just extremely frustrated with everything. My whole entire life, I just felt like I wanted to go to sleep and not wake up sometimes. It was that bad. But it did get better now. After 7 months is when everything started to get better. But
isn't that when you switched her milk?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when we switched her milk, and we finally found out what she had. She has slow gastric emptying and the reflux. So we gave her the medication that she needed, and she's actually gaining weight slowly, but she's finally gaining weight. But, the postpartum depression, that thing was killing me. Like, honestly.
You had it longer than me then.
Mm-hmm. You said you had it for 3 weeks, right?
I had it for 3 weeks, and then it was just anxiety after that.
Oh, no, I had it for months. I had it for months.
See, people could have it for longer. Look, you could, from our experience, like, she had it longer than me. Like, I don't know if I would have had that for more longer. Like, I don't know what I would have did. Like, that's bad.
I was having like really bad thoughts. Not like towards the baby, but more or less to like myself. Yeah. It was bad. But everything's good now. So I'm finally like over that chapter.
Glad you're so strong.
Yeah, she's like happy now. And
her baby is so tiny though. Like, I know because of the weight issue, but it's like she's the cutest thing. Like, she's so small.
She's 15 pounds.
Like, they're the same. They're only 1 day apart. So whenever she gets her, like I grab her right away, and I'm like, I wish Olivia was this small.
She looks like a 6-month-old, man.
She's so tiny. I love it though. I mean, it's horrible now. I mean, now she's gaining weight, so you better buckle up because this girl eats like a.
Really?
Look at you. See how she's eating? She's grumbling. What are you doing?
She's really like.
So yeah, that was our stories. I mean, it gets better. It does definitely get better. Just try to hold on strong. Like, most definitely, if you are showing signs of postpartum depressions, make sure you get help. Like, you don't. There's nothing wrong with getting help. There's nothing wrong with asking somebody or even talking to a friend. Even if they don't have a baby, just talking to somebody, letting it out.
It's gonna help you out a lot.
It helps so much. Like, it's such a reliever from your chest. Like, or I mean, I had her. Like. So, like, it was such a blessing because, like, I was like, oh, my God, Max, I'm going through this. And she's like, I'm going through the same thing. So, like, we were, like, going back and forth with each other.
Yeah, we understood each other because our babies are 1 day apart. So
yeah. And my baby had acid reflux also. So, she was constantly throwing up. And that wasn't good. I mean, but don't ever feel like just because you need help that you're a bad mom, because you're not. You're an amazing mom. Anybody who gets the mom position, they're awesome because it's such a hard job. So if you could do that job, then you're awesome. Like, there's nothing else to say about that. I mean, but just even if it's a mom that's a little your own mom, like, you just get your own mom's help, because like if you open up to them, maybe they'll help you and tell you things that they didn't tell you before.
Or a sister, or a friend. Or,
exactly.
You know, just reach out and definitely talk about it, because it's one of those things that if you don't talk about it, you're going to just
You're going to explode.
Yeah.
And you're going to do something that you don't want to do. And well, hopefully nothing towards the baby, but towards yourself. You're not going to feel any better. And no one's going to judge you if you're asking for help, because there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I wish people, when I ask people for advice, nobody ever told me the truth. So I kind of wish that they told me more of the truth, more of the ugliness, not just the babies are blessed and they're so great that you're gonna want so many more, and that wasn't true. I mean, my baby, I love my baby. She's my freaking best friend. But like, I just wish they would have told me all the other.
Yep. All the ugly
all the
side.
extra. Yeah. Like, there's always a good and there's always a bad.
They always
like,
tell you the good and they always leave out the most important things.
Yeah. So that's what we guys wanted to tell you, our story of postpartum depression. And if you guys have any questions, you could either ask me or her. I'll leave the Instagrams down below in the description box. And I hope you subscribe, thumbs up, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.